everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and we got a quick short tutorial here. I got a Twitter message this week asking me how I make the glowing text in my on the introductions to my YouTube videos. And if you look on my desktop here, right here is the cover art for my ebook that it's on Amazon right now, Chronicles of Aria Prime. Anyway, you can see I've got glowing text on that as well. So the question was how to do that, and it's actually pretty easy to do. I use a program called Gimp, and it is an open source free alternative to Photoshop. Basically, if you can do it in Photoshop, you can do it in Gimp. So I'm going to show you how to do that to text, and actually you can do it to things other than text. You can do it to other objects and images as well. But when we do our little demo here today, I'll show you how to do it to text, and it'll be easy enough to use the same instructions on any other object when you're working in Gimp. And actually, if you look at the ebook cover, if you look at the planet, you see the white glow around there. I basically use the same technique to add that as well. So anyway, let's open up Gimp and we'll get this show on the road. Now I'm using Ubuntu Gnome on Linux, but Windows, Mac, there's Gimp is multi-platform, so don't think that just because you're running Windows you can't do this. Of course, I would highly suggest you switching over to Linux, just because that's what I prefer. But hey, different strokes for different folks. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do, we want to for a background color, you want a dark background. If you look at the ebook cover, that's a fairly dark background, and on the intro to my videos, yeah, that's fairly dark as well. Technically, you could do it on a white background or a light colored background, but you're not going to get the same effect. So let's go with a dark background. We'll pick something. Let's go pretty dark here. Or maybe we'll go with like a dark blue. How's that? Okay. We'll take that color, we're going to throw it over in there. Boom. Okay. So, let's create a new file. Let's make it 16 by 1200. And click on the advanced options. We're going to fill it with our background color. And the X and Y resolution. I always kick it up to 300 pixels per inch. Nice and dense. Okay, I would have liked to have been a darker blue, but hey, this is good enough for demo purposes, I guess you could say. Okay, and over on the left hand, we've got these menus here, all these different icons. Let's click the A, which gives us our text tool, and we'll create a text box. So just click down on your mouse, hold it down, and make the text box as big as you want. And just start typing away. Glowing text tutorial. Okay, as you can see, that's really tiny there, but it gives us something to start with. Okay, so let's highlight that text, and we can come up here to this little dialog box, and we can go and pick whatever font that we want to use. Now, the one that I use on my videos is called BioLiquid, so I just put in the B, and since it's the first in the B, because it goes alphabetical, since it's first in the B's, the BioLiquid pops up. But let's back up, and you can see all these different fonts that I could pick from, um, and basically all the fonts you're going to see, it's all going to be dependent on what's installed on your particular system. Um, one of my favorites. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, the Benjamin Goth font. I always liked this font. Anyway, okay, so we got the font selected, but it's still pretty small. So let's zoom up the size. Very nice. And let's make another text box down here. By AJ. And we'll do the same thing here. Go down to that Benjamin Goth again. Oh, that's a little too big. Back it off, back it off, back it off. Okay, so anyway, we've got our text in place now. Now, I'm going to, if you look over here, these are foreground and background colors. I'm going to change the background to this golden color, and that is what we're going to use for our halo. Now, you don't have to use a gold halo. You could make a red halo, a yellow, more of a yellow, whatever you want. It's just, this is, it's the color that I like for the halo. So let's just go with that. Okay, so for actually making the halo, we're going to have to use our layers. So first thing I'm going to do, if you come over here to the right hand side, you see our different layers. We got a background layer, we got the glowing text tutorial layer, we've got the by AJ Ryzik layer. Okay, so let's right click by AJ Ryzik, and we're going to duplicate that layer. And okay, so this is the duplicated one. We're going to now change the name of that to by AJ Ryzik glowing. The name's not important. It's more of a reference for us so that we can keep our layer straight. Okay, so now that we've got that duplicated, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for this one here too. We're going to duplicate that layer. And I lost myself. There we go. There we go, and we'll call that glowing text glowing. Okay. So anyway, okay, so now we've got that one selected. So we're going to come down here. Well, let me show you what I did. I right clicked, come down to alpha to select, and what that does is it selects our text. All right. If you come over here to where it says select, go down to grow, and you pick the number of pixels you want it to grow by. Go up to, we're going to do 3. All right. Now we want to fill that in with our new color, with our background color. So go to edit, fill with background color. We've got that yellow color now. Okay, so now we want to deselect. So easiest way to do that is Control Shift A. All right. Now here's the part that makes the glowing effect. Come up to filters, blur, and you want the Gaussian blur. And for something that size, I'm going to say we're going to do about 15 pixels. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, but now looking at that, you've got the glowing effect, but the glow is on top of the black text. So what we're going to do, come over here to the right hand side where our layers are, and we're going to take this layer and move it up, which puts it on top of the glowing text tutorial part. So now let's just we'll go through real quick and do the same thing to the other one. Alpha to select, selection, grow. And I'll tell you what, we'll make this, we'll do a little more glowing on this one just so we can look at some differences here. So I'm going to kick this one up to, nah, that's a little too much. We'll just do, let's see, the other one's 3. We'll do 5 here. Okay, so we grew it by 5. So we're going to fill it with the background color. Control Shift A. Filters. Now, we can just repeat the Gaussian blur rather than have to go through and do all the selections, assuming that you want to do the same amount of blur. And now let's move the layers again. Boom, there you are. Now, if you want to increase that, another thing that you can do, let me go and back this guy back down. Okay, so that's on the front again. Okay, so let's take this glowing layer. Let's duplicate that layer. And now let's take that layer and once again come up to filters. We're going to repeat the Gaussian blur. And actually probably I'd want to do that again. Go down to Gaussian. Let's really blur that. And now you can see the differences here. And actually what we'll do, we'll pull that one up to the top. There we go. And so you can see you get more of a glow by going that route. So it all depends on you know, how much of that glow effect that you want. But really, you know, basically that's it. You're done. That's how it can be done. And of course, there's no reason that your text has to be black. Let me show you something. Maybe we want a red text. So let me show you how you could change that. Okay, so go to, this is the layer that is black. We'll do that alpha to selection. Edit, fill with foreground color. Gives you the red. Control Shift A so you deselect. I don't know that that's something that I'd really care for, but you know, it gives you ideas on the different stuff you could do. Like I said, that's basically it. And once again, you don't have to do this to text only. It could be done to objects as well. So, you know, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, comments, all that kind of stuff, leave it down below. As always, give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to keep getting this great content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.